shades on, getting my rave on.
One of Hollywood's young and upcoming actors is dead tonight. 23-year-old film star River Phoenix died early this morning outside a club in West Hollywood. Now, the cause of his death is under investigation. Police won't know why he died until an autopsy is completed. Phoenix became a celebrity after starring in the movie Stand By Me. He also starred in other movies like Sneakers with Robert Redford and was to have co-starred in a new movie called Interview with a Vampire.
The son of late martial arts star Bruce Lee has died. 27-year-old Brandon Lee was killed during a movie set accident today. He was filming a scene for the movie The Crow when he was hit by a projectile fired from a gun loaded with blanks. According to producers, when a blank is fired, normally a piece of soft wine comes out, not a projectile. Police are investigating the blank suspect foul play. You may remember his father, Bruce Lee, died mysteriously at 32 years old.
Corey Feldman has no idea what it's like not to be famous. He was just 3 years old in this McDonald's commercial.
McDonald's gift certificates.
I literally was famous before I knew my own name.
His roles defined the 80s. Goonies.
This was my dream, my wish.
Stand By Me.
You call my dad a loony again, and I'll kill you.
License to Drive.
The only difference between you and that greaseball is that he has a license and you don't.
Films that propelled him into the spotlight for his entire youth. But being famous so young, he says, caused serious damage to him and his friends.
Do you feel like you missed out on a normal childhood?
What childhood? I don't know what that means.
A lost childhood and a loss of innocence. He blames the adults, not just those looking to profit from charming children, but also some with far more sinister motives.
I can tell you that the number one problem in Hollywood was and is and always will be pedophilia. That's the biggest problem for children in this industry.
The casting couch even applies to children.
Oh yeah. Not in the same way. It's all done under the radar.
Nobody talks about pedophilia.
It's the big secret.
And it's widespread?
Oh yeah. I was surrounded by them when I was 14 years old. Surrounded. Literally.
River understood, he was wise beyond his years. River understood that a big part of the business of acting and a big part of the business of Hollywood is to kind of embrace that publicity. He hated it, and he hated the attention. And he hated that people were paying all kinds of attention to actors and were ignoring humanitarian crises all over the world. And he hated that people were making such a big deal out of who he was dating. And nobody cared about poverty in the United States. River just hated that he knew that he had to embrace it and had to be part of that to further his career. And I think that ultimately trying to hold hold his ideal and embrace the reality of business got to be too much for him.
At one of the press conferences, I heard you make the connection with how America treats their homeless. I thought that was interesting.
Well, I mean, we all know it. I mean, there's nothing to hide. It's very obvious. There are priorities that lie more in an arms race or supporting like the World Bank, which has its subsidiaries and its affiliates spreading, develop the third world or whatever, spreading its havoc across our continent, It's more of like a police state now, more so than ever in the States, They're controlling things that get the culture in trouble. You know, it's like a pressure cooker and never turning the stove off. It cooks and cooks until it explodes.
And if you want to be a shill, it's tough. Okay? You have to have excellent computer skills. Like in the Black Hat area, where you can't get in.
YouTube is like the final frontier of my addiction, you know, so at 4:30 in the morning you can find me on YouTube. So the political one, there's a couple of political ones, but the latest one I found, oh my God, I am like so crazy about this guy. It's called TheResistanceManifesto.com.
Yes,
and
this is by John Connor.
John Connor.
I'm gonna write it down.
Okay, it's so amazing. He's so, and the thing that's so great about him, okay, because now people will look at him and say he's a nutcase, okay?
Well, maybe
but see, I don't think so. Thank you. I don't think so. He's a nonconformist.
He's a nonconformist. He goes around the country with a bullhorn, like to UCLA or wherever he wants, and he says, 9/11 was an inside job. 9/11 was an inside job. And within 5 or 10 minutes, the police show up, and his friends videotape him getting arrested by the police, and boy, does it annoy people, I can tell you that much.
Hollywood, California, one of the biggest cesspools in the country, the source of the sewer pipe leading into America's living rooms.
You guys smell something, I smell something, and it's a sewer pipe, and it starts right here in Hollywood, and it's fused into the living rooms of Americans and all over the world. The satanic filth that is pouring out and ruining America.
Mark Dice here in the belly of the brainwashing beast, Hollywood, California, on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. The city that I love to hate. I'm trying to get discovered here in Los Angeles so that I can hijack and culture jam their multi-million-dollar propaganda machine and use it to spread my message to millions of people.